Have you ever felt like you were drowning, suffocating under the weight of all these bills and the ridiculous, insane cost of living? And if you're like me, just an average person, you sit there and go, what am I supposed to do? How am I supposed to change that? And so that's what we're going to talk about today. So if you feel stuck, this is going to be the right video for you. If you feel like you've been giving it your all and it's just not paying off and you have no idea what you need to do to get yourself out of this bind, out of what I call financial purgatory, then you're in luck. Sit back, relax, chill, because for the next few minutes, I, Shon-Jhon, aka the Middleman CEO, I'm going to give you a blueprint, something that you can use to get yourself out of financial purgatory so you can exit the struggle bus finally and be free. And so all I ask in return is that you do me one huge favor, and that is this: smash the subscribe button right down there at the bottom. Well, as well as the notification bell. And then if you have time, smash the thumbs up, because I know you're going to like this video. It's going to be good to you. It's going to be helpful to you. So smash the thumbs up so I can know that this content helps. And if you have any questions, comments, opinions, go ahead and drop it in the comments. And let's go ahead and get into it. So if you feel like you're drowning financially, again, like most of us, suffocating under the weight of bills, because even though my family and I are blessed, we have not always been that way. Even me, sometimes I'll look around and go, why is this stuff so expensive? How? And my wife can tell you, I ask her all the time, I say, I don't understand how the average person can survive this. It's like a financial tsunami. Like, how in the world is a mom and a dad who's working average jobs, how are they going to feed their kids, shelter their kids, put, clothes on their kids' backs, pay for daycare, have safe cars and safe neighborhoods? Just blows my mind. And then enjoy life, like take trips, travel. Man, this stuff sounds like fantasy today. So much for the American dream, huh? And so, but listen, if you're feeling stuck, you're not alone. This is your wake-up call. I know that stuff's sucking the life out of you, but you got to understand that, number one, you were not, I repeat that, were not born to suffer. You were not born to struggle the way that a lot of you are. So you have to stop accepting that as just what it is. It's just a norm. No, you were not born for that. You were born for greatness. So this economy, if you don't know now, the economy's not going to save you. And in spite of who you voted for, the government's not coming to help you, nor any politicians. Now, always go out and vote. Absolutely. And vote for the candidate that you feel is right for you. But no matter who it is, they're not going to show up at your house, knock on your door, and try to set you free. Ain't going to happen. So right now, life feels impossible for a lot of people. But I want you to watch this whole entire video all the way to the end, and we're going to discuss that. And because I'm about to hand you the mindset and the model that I believe can flip your entire situation. And I hope it does help, and I hope it does reprogram you, because for a lot of us, it isn't because we're financially illiterate. We're just programmed to fail. Now, the programming, when we received it, it was good programming. It was designed for us to succeed. We used to call it the American dream. Go to school, get good grades, get a safe, secure job, save money, buy a house, invest for retirement. That worked. If you don't believe me, just look at your parents and your grandparents. It worked. But it won't work for you, and it won't work for me. So we need a different game plan. So if you feel like it's impossible right now, look, I got some hard facts. Rapid fire. Wages are flat. That's a fact. Inflation sky high. You don't need me to tell you that. Groceries cost more. Rent's insane. Home ownership What is that? Good luck with that. You're taxed to death. If you miss a payment, game over. The 40-hour work week does not buy freedom. It only buys survival, and that's a guarantee. It's just to help you survive. There ain't no freedom in it. In fact, it's the very opposite of freedom because freedom uh, allows you to have control of your time. 9 to 5 does not do that. You actually have to sell your time to get that paycheck. So AI is replacing jobs faster than schools can hand out diplomas, and that's a fact. And you're not lazy. Listen, you're just trapped. You're trapped in a system that was built to keep you poor. Now, and it's worn you out. You're tired, but you've been obedient, but it continues to fail you. That's why I tell you that it worked for your parents and grandparents. It's not going to work for you. It's not that they were bad in teaching you this. No, they had your best interests in mind. It's just that everything changed. The rules change. And so now buying a house, which was a great idea for your parents and grandparents, it's a terrible idea for you and me. All right. So the biggest lie you've been told, the biggest lie you've been sold, go to school, get a good job, work hard, save money, retire. I was told the same thing. That path is like Jurassic Park, extinct. It ain't gonna work. So you didn't get lied to by accident. The system wants you broke. It's just the way it is. They teach you how to be an employee, not a boss, not an owner, not an entrepreneur. They hand you a cubicle, a paycheck, and tell you work until you die. And that's the truth. That's financial prison. So you were born to own your time, not trade it for whatever amount per hour. By the way, they never pay you enough. Now you got to focus on what's my mindset shift? What's going to be my mindset shift? So you can't beat the system with savings and side hustles. You beat it by playing a different game. You don't scale time, you scale leverage. And as soon as you learn how to do that, it's going to change your life. So you need a complete mindset, mental mindset, money shift, makeover, whatever, right? So you go from how can I afford it to how can I produce it? From I need a raise to I need a business. From I'm broke to I'm a brand and I need to build something, right? So you don't need more effort, more more hours of work. No, you just need more ownership. You don't need to do another job, you need leverage. You don't need another paycheck, you need cash flow. So let me break it down for you. So here's how to start flipping your situation today in today's world. What works now? What I like, what I teach to my students is a middleman business model. And I'm not the only one who does it. Uber does it. Airbnb does it. DoorDash, all these other companies. It's just a middleman model. And you can use the model to actually change your life. So listen, does the middleman model works? Yes, it absolutely does. I've been doing it since 2020. It's all I do. You don't need to do the work. You just find the customer, take a deposit, dispatch the work. That's it. You keep control. You collect the money. You build a cash flowing machine. AI automation, you use tools. 90% of the administration, marketing, and scheduling is done by software. You can run the business from your phone. You build your personal brand, turn it into cash flow. Why not invest in skills that pay the bills? Why not invest in something that will pay you even if you're not doing the work? Because working hard is going to be tough. You get to skip the degree, learn how to make money. You don't need permission. You need a platform, but you don't need experience. You need a system. You don't need to work 10 times harder. You just need to work smarter. I know that's cliche, but it's true. If you learn to work smarter, you're gonna be more successful because I always say, if you find people who work the hardest, you're gonna find people who are struggling the most. I know, it doesn't make sense, but it's true. I guess it doesn't have to make sense to be a fact. Most people won't make it, and that's a fact. It's sad, but it's true. Most people are not going to make it through this financial storm we have coming in the next 3 to 5 years when their 401ks go out the window. Don't go out the window with it, but they'll complain, they'll blame, they'll stay broke. They'll do just enough to get by, and then wonder why they never got free, especially after watching this video. That's why you should share it with at least one person who needs the information. Also, share it on your social media. Hey, there's this guy talking about financial freedom. You need to check it out. So, but for a few of you watching, you're going to snap out of it. That light bulb's going to go on. You're going to go, oh, wait a minute. And you're going to stop making excuses. You're going to stop crying about gas prices. You're going to stop crying about the rent prices. By the way, there's nothing you can do about it. There's nothing I can do about it. You're going to get dangerous again. You're going to get dangerous because of what you know learning on this channel. You're going to take this pain. You're going to turn it into power. You're going to use everything you learn on this channel, on this video, to flip your mindset and say, wait a minute, I've been playing the game wrong. Instead of working hard for money, how about I have money work hard for me? Instead of buying houses, why not rent the house and use the money to start a business instead of buy a house? Instead of stacking money in banks, why not do what the banks do? Instead of saving money, the banks use money. I'm going to do what the banks do. I'm going to use money to make more money. Instead of trading my time for money, I'm going to build a system that makes money so I can control my time. To me, that's leverage. That's freedom. Instead of thinking about retirement, I'm going to do what I love doing and not worry about retirement. I want to do it as long as I can. So, but listen, this is your time, not tomorrow, right now. This is your time, today, this moment. And if you feel like life is impossible, you're not alone. But that's also your signal to do something about it. Now, you can stay where you are and do nothing, but essentially you're saying yes to the struggle life, the struggle lane, financial poverty, passing down poverty for generations. Hey, I'm struggling. I'm okay with that. I'm going to pass this on to my kids. I don't want to do that. I wouldn't want you to do that. Break free, get bold. Start building your own future. Let the world sleep. Let them slumber. They want to. But you got to wake up. You've got to pay attention. You've got to see what's going on around you. You've got to not just wake up, but you got to level up. You got to go from down here to up here. You got to start saying, good enough ain't good enough. And again, this ain't for everybody. But if it is for you, then let's do it. Let's get to work. Let's build it. Let's build something that makes money for you. Imagine a business like my business, a middleman business, where you don't have to talk to customers. You don't have to get out of bed. You don't have to leave your house. You don't have to leave vacation. You don't have to, excuse me while I take a phone call. You don't have to do any of that. It's 100% automation. 100%. For all of my students who haven't done the one-on-ones with me yet, we're going into full automation, right? And for those of you who know about it, they're already excited. But imagine having a business or really a system that's fully automated. You get to choose what industry you want to get into, i.e., taxes, accounting, moving, home cleaning, hauling junk, vehicle repair, window tinting, detailing vehicles, lawn care, pool service, pest control, on and on and on. Bounce house, event spaces, it does not matter. Any service that needs to be provided, you can middleman the service. All you do is get in between the customer and the service provider, connect the two, get paid every time you do it. You don't have to talk to customers. It's fully automated on your system. A customer comes to your website, books a job, pays you a deposit. The website takes the information, sends it to your ISPs or independent service pros, or what you guys call contractors, sends it to them, fully automated through a text message. They get the information, go do the job. You don't do anything. You don't even know who the customer is. You just get paid. So again, it's not for everybody, but if it is for you, I'm available. You can go to middlemanceo.com. There, I'll put the link down below. You get two options. You could go with the cheaper option, which is the do-it-yourself option, where I teach you everything about the business. You can set it up and run it yourself, or you can go with the done with you, done for you option, where you get to work one-on-one with me and I help you set everything up. You just sit back, relax, and we're going to build the business for you. Now, that was a little more expensive, but it is worth it. So if you want to keep your job and watch your business make money while you're at work, imagine you're at work and you get an alert that you just made a $150 deposit. You didn't even talk to anybody. That's automation. That's where we're going. If you want to learn how to build or want to learn how to make money like that, then all you have to do is click the link in the video description below to get into the masterclass before the price goes up. If you want to email me or you have any questions, middlemanceoinfo@gmail.com. Otherwise, for all of you who want to stay stuck, that's fine with me. I don't recommend it. I don't want to. I want to live a good life while I still have life. Okay? So if you're sitting there and you're going, you know what? You're right, Shon-Jhon. I want to live a good life, bro. I want to enjoy my life right now. I'm tired of working hard. Teach me how to make money without having to go to work. Then you're the perfect person for it. You know what to do. I'll see you in the Middleman VIP.